Hey, hey.
Hello Maya, today I want to talk to you about the world's conservation and tracking the evolution of awareness. I will ask you some question about it.
I'm listening. What's your first? Yes, I know who you are. You're Bushra business Wally, and we've talked a lot together over the past 6 months. What were you thinking about when you said you know me?
Okay Maya, my first question, what does the word conservation
I
mean?
think you said color and that.
Not. What does the word conservation mean?
You're asking about the meaning of birth condition? Do you
Yeah,
mean like someone's medical condition at birth?
yeah.
Or are you asking about the general condition someone is born into, like their family situation or where they were born?
Uh, I want to talk to you about the word conservation.
We want to talk about the word congratulations? That's a great word. It
What
basically
does
means
the main
expressing happy.
conservation mean?
I think you're asking about the main condition. Like, what's the main condition of something? That usually means the most important part or the overall state of something. Like, if someone asks about the main condition of the economy, they want to know how it's generally doing.
Okay,
Does that
when do
sound right?
people usually use the word conscience?
Conscience? You want to know about how people use that word?
Word conscience.
Gonson, what you said there, could you repeat that question? It was a bit muffled.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
How is conversation different from ours?
I think you might be asking how congestion is different from consciousness.
Yeah.
If so, that's a really interesting question. Congestion is basically when something is overcrowded or blocked, like traffic congestion or nasal congestion when you're sick. Consciousness, though, is about being aware of yourself and the world around you. It's what makes you, you. But they're totally different concepts. One is about physical blockage, and the other is about awareness. Does that make sense?
Okay, Maya. My next question. Where did the word conjunction originate from?
I think you're asking where the word birth condition came from. Pretty direct combination of words. Birth comes from Old English, meaning the act of being born, basically as old as language itself. Condition also has roots that go back a long way, meaning the state or situation of something. So when you put them together, it's like you're talking about the state someone is born into, a combination of pretty ancient words.
Okay, where did the
What made
word
you
conjunction originate from?
Ah, so you're asking about the origin of congestion now. Got it. That word comes from Latin, actually. It started with congestio, which meant crowding together or piling up. Then it came into English in the 1600s and has been used ever since to describe anything that's overly crowded or blocked up. So basically, from Latin, roots meaning to pile or crowd together.
How old is the word conjunction?
I'm not quite catching what you're asking. Could you
How
try saying
old
that
is
again?
the word conjunction?
Ah, conception. That one has interesting roots. It comes from Latin concipere, meaning to conceive or to receive into the mind. The word we use today started showing up around the late 14th century, so it's been around for a good 600 years or so. It's actually related to the word concept. They share that Latin root. Does that help?
Was it always used in the connect of self-awareness?
I'm not following exactly. Did you mean context instead of connect? Are you asking if conception has
No,
always been related
I
to
asked
self-awareness?
this one. Was it always used in the connect of self-awareness?
I'm still struggling to catch what you're asking. Could you try rewording that? The audio quality is a bit tough right now.
No problem. How has the meaning
Thanks for
of
understanding.
conjunction evolved over time?
That's a bit tough to make out. A lot of uncertainty in there. From what I can gather, I think you're asking how perceptions and awareness can evolve over time.
Yeah.
That is a huge question. Our perceptions and self awareness absolutely change over time. Think about babies. They experience the world directly through their senses without a lot of self reflection. As we get older, we develop language, learn to think abstractly, have experiences that shape who we are. That's when our awareness really blossoms. Our brains keep growing and changing throughout life, too. That evolution changes how we perceive the world around us. So, yeah, awareness isn't fixed, it's a journey that continues through life.
Okay. Is connection used definitely is well in language?
Russian's definitely a beautiful language. I can see you're exploring connections between languages and awareness. Is there something specific you'd like to know about Russian or how language relates to consciousness?
Okay, Maya. How do children learn the connect to being connection?
You asked how children learn to connect to their own consciousness, like developing
Yeah.
self awareness. That's really fascinating. It's not like kids are taught self awareness, it seems to develop pretty naturally over time. Around age 2, they start using I and me consistently. Then around 3 to 4, they begin to understand they're separate from other people and can have their own thoughts. They start grasping that others might have different perspectives from their own. Over time, with more experiences, they understand their own emotions, build a sense of self. Their understanding starts from basic sensations and evolves into something really complex.
How has science influenced the understanding of consciousness?
You mean how has science influenced our understanding of consciousness? That's huge. Our understanding of consciousness has changed completely over the past few centuries. For a long time it was mostly philosophical speculation. Then, in the 1800s, scientists started studying the brain and how it connects to mental states. The 20th century brought neuroscience. We learned about neurons, brain regions, neurotransmitters. Then came modern tools like fMRI and EEGs, letting us actually see brain activity when people think, feel, or experience something. Now we're seeing consciousness as not some mysterious thing apart from the physical brain, but as something that emerges from the way the brain functions. What part of science interests you most about this?
How does consciousness shape human behavior and communication?
You're asking how correctness, like being polite or following social rules, shapes human behavior and communication? That's a really insightful question. Being correct shows respect and helps build connections. People trust each other more when they're being honest and civil. It affects communication by making sure we hear each other, understand intentions clearly, and reduce misunderstandings. Culturally correctness encourages social harmony, but also shapes how we express ourselves with honesty or being indirect. What led you to this question?
Are there similar words to consciousness in other language?
You mean next nest? Is that like a question about birds or something else?
Con-
I'm getting a bit,
consciousness.
I'm really having trouble
Consciousness.
understanding what you're trying to say right now. The audio quality seems pretty garbled. Is there anything I can do to help
It's okay, no
clarify what you're
problem.
asking?
Next question. How did humans first connect consciousness?
Okay. I think you said you're going to play something. Is that right?
I repeat this. How is consciousness Research is possibly and biologically.
I'm honestly really struggling to understand what you're asking. The connection seems to be breaking up, and it's hard to follow what you're saying. Maybe it's my end, but is there anything I can help clarify for you?
How has literature and art explored consciousness?
Let's talk about the excitement and talking about literature, art, and an excitement. Is that right?
How does context change the meaning of consciousness?
I'm not following. Are you asking how context changes the meaning
Yeah,
of words or
yeah,
concepts
yeah,
related to contact?
yeah.
Absolutely. Context completely changes how we understand things. For example, the word contact itself, it can mean touching something physically, or it can mean getting in touch with someone on the phone, or even having a secret connection with someone. The meaning depends entirely on where and how we're using it. Without context, we'd have no idea what you mean by it.
Okay, Maya. My next question: how does pronunciation or tone affect the meaning of consciousness?
You're asking how our tone or the way we say something affects how people understand the concept?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The way we deliver something changes everything. Even simple phrases like, I love you, sound totally different depending on our tone.
Okay. Is
A playful
concept
tone can make something
universe,
sound lighthearted.
Maya? Is concept universe concept across culture?
I think you're saying you want to start a conversation about the concept of universe across different cultures. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. The idea of the universe is pretty universal, but how different cultures think about it can be so different. Ancient Egyptians saw the universe as this flat land over water. Chinese culture connected it to balance between yin and yang. Mayan civilization studied star and time with mathematics and philosophy. Every culture seems to find its own way to explain the endless mysteries of the universe. What interests you most about cultural views on the universe?
Why do you think concepts are key in language and possibly?
You're asking why concepts are key in language and culture, right? Concepts are absolutely fundamental. Concepts give us tools to understand and categorize the world around us. Without concepts, we couldn't make sense of anything or communicate clearly. Language really just puts these concepts into sound or written form. It's the way we share thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and experience that the concepts create for us. What concepts specifically were you thinking about when you asked?
Thank you, Maya, for talking with me about the word connection and tracking the evolution of awareness. Helped me understand it better. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It was a really interesting conversation, and your questions were thoughtful. Even with some communication bumps, we dug into some really cool stuff about consciousness, language, and how our understanding of the world